Space was quiet. Too quiet. Above Earth, the stars blinked peacefully. Until the blackness tore open like paper. A portal appeared, massive and glowing red. Out of it came hundreds of alien warships, each shaped like a blade, each bigger than a city. They moved in formation, covering the sky. Lights flashed from their hulls, and their symbols glowed with a deep green fire. The Zalari Empire had arrived. On Earth, people stared up, frozen in fear. The ships hovered above cities, oceans, and deserts. Governments activated emergency protocols. Fighter jets scrambled, but they looked like toys compared to the alien Armada. In a dark control room, General Harris watched the sky on a giant screen. His face was pale. "They're not here to talk," he whispered. "No signals?" asked his advisor. "Only one," the general said. "They're broadcasting something now." The room fell silent as a voice echoed from the speakers. "People of Earth," the alien voice said, sharp and cold. "You have been judged unworthy. Your world is now under the rule of the Zalari Empire. Resistance will lead to extinction." Then, the signal cut. The general stood still, hands shaking. "We're not ready for this. Not even close." Outside, in the skies above the Pacific Ocean, the Zalari ships began to move into attack positions. Lights charged on their weapons. The countdown to Earth's destruction had begun. But then, something strange happened. Another ship appeared. Just one. Small, black, silent. It slipped out of nowhere, as if space itself had opened a crack for it to pass through. It didn't make any sound. It didn't broadcast any message. It simply floated in front of the entire alien fleet. The Zalari didn't react at first. This ship was nothing to them. It was the size of a house. Their warships were the size of mountains. Inside the alien command ship, a Zalari general laughed. "A single human? Is this a joke?" He waved a claw. "Destroy it." The nearest Zalari ship fired. A beam of energy shot toward the human ship. But before it could hit, something blinked. Just one flash, then silence. The Zalari ship that fired the beam was gone. Completely gone. Not exploded, not broken, just vanished. What happened? The alien general roared. The other ships backed away. Then another flash. Another ship vanished. And another. Panic spread through the alien fleet. They tried to fire again, but their systems failed. They tried to run, but space folded in ways they couldn't understand. From Earth, people watched in shock. A second ago, the sky was full of alien ships. Now, nothing. Every single Zalari warship had disappeared. The human ship remained alone in the sky, floating silently. In the command center, General Harris stared at the monitor. "Is it over?" someone asked. I think so," he said. "What just happened?" One of the technicians spoke. "Sir, that ship, it didn't send any message. It didn't fire any weapon we could see. It just blinked. Can we track it?" The general asked. The technician shook his head. "It's already gone." Gone, just like that. The mysterious ship vanished into space, leaving no trace. All around the world, people tried to explain what they saw. News channels called it a miracle. Scientists tried to replay the footage, slow it down, analyze the energy readings, but nothing made sense. Some said the ship was alien tech. Some said it was an advanced human experiment. Others whispered it was something else, not of this world, not of this universe. At night, social media exploded with one question: who was in that ship? A week later, in a remote part of Mars, a hidden human research base picked up a faint signal. One scientist leaned forward. "It's a message. From who?" asked his partner. He decoded the signal. It was short, just a single sentence. "Earth is protected. Do not fear. Do we respond?" The partner asked. The scientist looked nervous. "I don't think we can. There's no return channel." From that day forward, space was never the same. Aliens across the galaxy received the news. The mighty Zellari Empire destroyed in seconds. By one human ship, no warning. No mercy. The ghost ship, they called it. No one knew where it came from. No one could find it again. But every enemy of Earth began to think twice before making a move. And somewhere, far beyond the reach of telescopes and radars, the ship floated through the stars. Silent. Waiting. Watching. The story of the alien fleet's sudden destruction spread fast. Across Earth, people cheered, cried, and celebrated. But there was one question on every mind. What was that ship? No name. No signal. No warning. It came from nowhere. And left without a trace. In space. That shouldn't be possible. In the days that followed, space monitoring stations picked up strange patterns. Ships, both human and alien, went missing. No wreckage, no alarms, just gone. Every single one. Had tried to follow or investigate the mysterious craft. At a spaceport on Luna Station, a young pilot named Rika stood beside her small scout ship, reading a report on her tablet. Another one vanished, she said to her engineer. Same pattern? He asked. She nodded. Silent contact. One flash, then nothing. The engineer frowned. Do you think it's the same ship? Rika looked out the window at the stars. I think it never left. That night, she sent a message to Earth Command, requesting permission to track the ghost ship. I want answers. The reply came an hour later. Denied. Ghost ship is off limits. Do not engage. She sighed. So they're scared too. But Rika couldn't let it go. Not after what she saw on the day of the attack. That single ship, facing an entire alien armada, and winning without a sound, it haunted her. She waited until midnight, then quietly launched her ship, alone, no crew. No backup. She wasn't supposed to be out there, but she had to know. Her scanners were tuned to the strange energy spike that appeared during the destruction of the alien fleet. Most humans didn't understand it, but Rika had studied those readings for days. She believed the ship left traces, tiny strange ripples in space. Hours passed. Then, something appeared on her screen. A ripple. Like a whisper in the dark. She followed it. Soon stars blurred around her ship. The ripple was moving fast, like it wanted to escape her. She pushed the engines harder. Suddenly, alarms rang out. Warning. System failure. Unidentified interference. The ship lights flickered. In front of her, a shadow formed. Rika gasped. It's here. A black shape floated ahead. No lights, no sound. Just cold metal. It had no name, no windows, no clear doors. But it looked alive. It seemed to watch her. Her screen flashed. Turn back, she froze. Who sent that? She asked. There was no voice. Just the text again. Turn back. Rika swallowed hard. I don't want to fight. I just want to talk. Silence. Then, her ship powered down completely. No lights. No engine. Nothing. She was drifting in space, trapped. She felt a soft tremble under her feet. Something was pulling her ship in. A hatch opened. Her ship was being taken inside. When the lights returned, she found herself inside a dark hangar. The walls were smooth, like they were grown, not built. She stepped out, heart pounding. Hello? She called. Is anyone here? No reply. The ship felt empty. Yet it wasn't dead. It hummed with quiet energy, like it was breathing. As she walked forward, lights turned on one by one, lighting her path. At the end of the corridor stood a figure. Human. A man, young, calm, silent. His eyes glowed faintly as if filled with stars. Who are you? She asked. He didn't answer. She stepped closer. Did you destroy the alien fleet? Yes, he said simply. But how? You were just one ship. He looked at her. Not a ship. A choice. She frowned. What does that mean? The man began walking. Rika followed. He led her to a chamber filled with screens. They showed Earth, Mars, alien worlds, strange codes, and flashes of deep space battles. "This ship watches everything," he said. "Listens, learns." Rika looked around in awe. "It's not human tech, is it?" He shook his head. "Part human, part something older. Why are you hiding?" She asked. "I am not hiding. I am waiting." "For what?" He paused. "For the next mistake." She didn't understand. "You're protecting Earth?" "I was built to protect balance," he replied. "Earth is not always innocent." "Neither are its enemies." Rika stepped forward. "So, you're judge, jury, and executioner?" He nodded slowly. "You're not afraid of what people will think?" "I do not work for people," he said. "I work for peace." Suddenly, one of the screens flashed red. A Krovar scout ship was entering human space. The man turned to Rika. "This conversation is over." She stepped back. "Wait, let me help." "You already have," he said. "You asked the right questions. Now you understand why fear is sometimes necessary." Rika blinked and found herself back on her own. Ship systems were online. Engines stable, but the ghost ship was gone. She sat in silence, her hands shaking. Later, when she returned to Luna Station, no one believed her story. "Just a dream," they said. But days later, the Krovar scout ship vanished too without a trace, and a message appeared on every military screen on Earth. "We are still watching." The news of the ghost ship kept spreading. Aliens feared it. Humans didn't understand it. Some called it a miracle. Others called it a curse. But one woman wasn't surprised at all. Her name was Dr. Mira Lane. She lived underground literally. Deep inside a secret bunker hidden beneath the Colorado mountains, Mira stared at a wall of screens. Each one showed different parts of the Earth. And beyond, she wasn't military. She had once been the top scientist for Earth's defense program, until she left quietly 5 years ago. No one knew why. Now her silence was broken. She watched the footage of the alien fleet's destruction again and again. There were no missiles, no beams, just one human ship, and a light that made everything vanish. A young soldier beside her asked, "Dr. Lane, what do you think it is?" She didn't blink. "Not what? Who? You mean the pilot?" "Yes," she said slowly. "And I think I know who it is." The soldier looked confused. "Is he alien?" Mira shook her head. "Worse, he's one of ours." That night, she opened a secret file from her old research days. The title on the screen made her heart beat faster. Project HAWK, Human Advanced Weaponized Kinetics, years ago. The military had asked her to create something that could win any war, a perfect human weapon. No weakness, no fear, no mistakes. She remembered the code name, Unit-09. It wasn't just a ship. It was a fusion of human intelligence, alien tech, and something older, something found deep beneath Antarctica, where no human was meant to dig. Back then, she had warned them. "This will not protect Earth," she had said. "This will judge it." But the generals didn't listen. They wanted control. And one day, the project disappeared. No reports, no updates, no contact. Unit-09 had simply vanished. Until now. She turned to her old assistant. "Rahul, we need to find him." Rahul looked nervous. "You think Unit-09 destroyed the Zalari fleet?" "Yes," she replied. "And if he sees us as a threat, he could destroy us too." They launched a silent search using old backdoor systems that Mira had built herself. No one at Earth Command knew. No one could interfere. They followed faint signals, echoes of energy that didn't match any normal ship. Every trace led further, away from Earth, but never completely gone. "He's always near," Rahul said. "Like he's watching." Mira nodded. "That's what he was built to do." After 3 days, they picked up something new, a tiny beacon. Not a message, not a trap, just coordinates. Mira stared at them. "He wants us to find him. Are you sure?" Rahul asked. "No," she said, "but I'm going anyway." She boarded. A stealth ship, and left Earth alone. The journey was silent. Cold. The coordinates led her to a dead zone in space. No stars. No light. Just emptiness. Until she saw it. The ghost ship. It hovered like a shadow, silent and still. Her ship was pulled inside, just like Rika's had been. She stepped out slowly. Heart pounding. Unit 09, she said. I know you're here. A voice answered from the dark. You're not supposed to be here. She turned. He stood there, the same man Rika had seen, young, calm, eyes glowing faintly. You remember me? She asked. I remember everything, he said. You were never meant to be a killer, she said softly. I became what Earth needed. No, she replied. You became what Earth feared. He looked away. They used me, then abandoned me. She took a deep breath. I know, and I'm sorry, but you still have a choice. I made my choice, he said. I protect peace, even from humans. Mira stepped closer. And who protects you? He didn't answer. She looked around the strange ship. This isn't just alien tech, is it? He shook his head. Part alien, part human, part something older. From Antarctica? Yes, he said. They found it buried under ice. It changed everything. What is it? A weapon, a prison, a mind without time. She felt cold. And you merged with it. I didn't want to, he said. But I had to. They forced me. Now I see everything. I feel everything. But you're still human, she said. Some part of you. He paused. Maybe, or maybe I'm just the last defense system Earth doesn't understand. A screen lit up beside them. It showed a massive alien fleet bigger than the Zalari heading toward the solar system. Mira gasped. The Krovar? He nodded. They're not here for war. They're here for me. You started something, she said. I ended something. He replied, but peace always has a price. Mira looked at him. So what will you do? He turned to her. You'll go home. Tell them I am not their weapon. I am not their soldier. I am their mirror. And after that? She asked. I will face what's coming, alone. She wanted to argue, to stop him. But she knew it wouldn't help. He wasn't just human anymore. He was something more. Something Earth had created, but never understood. She stepped back onto her ship. As the hatch closed, she saw him turn toward the stars. Waiting. The ghost ship vanished once again, and Earth was left with a new fear. What happens when your greatest weapon becomes something you can't control? The destruction of the Zalari fleet shook the galaxy. No one had ever seen such power. One ship, one human, and total silence. It made other alien empires pause. But not all of them were afraid. Some were angry. Some wanted revenge. Far across the galaxy, deep inside the throne planet of the Krovar Dominion, the High Council gathered in a dark circular hall. The walls were made of black stone, and strange blue flames floated in the air. Thornek, the Grand General of the Krovar, slammed his heavy fist on the table. This is an insult, he growled. The Zalari were fools, but they were still powerful, and this human erased them like insects. Around him, warlords and advisors hissed in agreement. He is a danger, one said. He must be destroyed, said another. A pale Krovar priest stood slowly. This ghost ship, it is not a machine, it is a curse. A forbidden fusion of human flesh and forgotten tech. Thornek bared his sharp teeth. I don't care what it is. No single being dares challenge the Krovar. He raised a long claw and pointed to the stars. We send a message. A fleet. And when Earth sees what real power looks like, they'll beg for mercy. But what if the ghost ship appears again? Someone asked. Thornek grinned. Let it. This time we bring the core cracker. Gasps filled the room. The core cracker was a ship of legend. A machine built to destroy planets by ripping out their cores. Thornek spoke with fury. If the ghost dares show itself, We destroy Earth while it watches. Let the human weapon taste loss. Back on Earth, panic was growing. Spy drones had picked up movement in deep space. Thousands of ships, big ones, coming fast. In the Earth Command Center, General Harris stood before a screen filled with red alerts. They're not just coming for Earth, he said. They're coming for him. Rika, the young pilot who once met the ghost ship, stood beside him. He'll know, she said. He always knows. Dr. Mira Lane entered the room, her face pale. He's already watching them. What do you mean? The general asked. I had contact again, she said. Brief, he sent a message. She held up a small data drive. Message was only 3 words, stay out, my way. The general sighed. We can't do nothing. Mira looked at him. Then don't. Prepare to defend Earth. But understand this, if we interfere, we could be seen as enemies too. Far above, in the dark side of the moon, the ghost ship floated once more. Silent, waiting. Inside, the man watched the incoming Krovar fleet. His glowing eyes didn't blink. He was calm. Still, almost peaceful. But inside, a storm was building. He whispered to the ship, prepare the failsafe. The ship responded with a soft hum. Then, faster than light, he moved. Appeared just outside the approaching fleet. Alone, again. One black ship against thousands. Inside the Krovar command vessel. Thornek laughed as he saw him appear. He comes again, like a ghost begging to die. He raised a hand. Fire! The sky lit up. Lasers, plasma bolts, shockwaves, all aimed at the single black ship. The screen went white. Then black. When the light cleared, the ghost ship was still there, not a scratch. The Krovar ships began to slow. Weapons stopped firing. Systems failed. Engines died. One by one, the massive ships began to drift. Silent, powerless, impossible, a Krovar captain whispered. Then came the voice. It wasn't loud. It wasn't angry. It was calm. This is your only warning. The voice came from inside every ship at once. Turn back or be removed. Thornek roared. I do not fear you. He slammed his claw onto a red button. The core cracker began to charge. A beam of unstable energy formed, ready to fire at Earth. On Earth, the warning lights turned red. They're going to fire. Someone shouted. General Harris stared at the screen, helpless. In the ghost ship, the man took one final breath. Then you've chosen death. There was no explosion. No weapons fired. Just silence. And then, every Krovar ship vanished. No smoke. No wreckage. Just empty space where thousands of ships had been. Only one object remained. Thornek's personal escape pod. Inside, he screamed and pounded on the metal walls. But he was now trapped in a loop, forever falling through space. Never landing, never aging, never dying. Back on Earth, the sky was quiet again. A message appeared on every military screen. Balance must be kept. This was Mercy. In the control room, Mira looked up. He spared us again, Rika asked. Do you think he'll ever return? Mira shook her head. He never left. He's always there, watching. From the darkness between stars, the ghost ship turned slowly and vanished once more. A shadow. A protector. A weapon the universe could no longer understand or stop. For weeks after the destruction of the Krovar fleet, the galaxy was silent. No empire moved. No ship entered Earth's space. No leader spoke of war. The ghost ship had become a legend, a shadow in every alien council. But to Earth, it was still a mystery, one that needed answers. Inside a high-security base beneath the Alps, a small team worked day and night. Their goal was clear: find the truth about the human inside the ghost ship. General Harris stood before a table covered with holograms and files. I want to know everything, he said. Who is he? Where did he come from? What does he want? Dr. Mira Lane nodded slowly. She had returned to help, though part of her wasn't sure if helping was still the right thing. We don't know his real name, she said. We called him Unit 09, the last subject in the Human Weapon Project. An officer raised a hand. But she said he merged with alien tech. Couldn't that have changed him completely? It did, Mira said. But not fully. There's still a man in there, a mind, a soul. Rika, the young pilot, stepped forward. She had seen him, spoken to him. He's not just tech, she said. He feels, he decides, he watches. General Harris turned to her. And what does he want? Rika hesitated. I think he wants to protect us. But not because we asked him to, because he believes it's right. Believes? Harris said sharply. Machines don't believe. Programs don't protect unless we tell them to. Mira stared at him. That's exactly the problem. He's not a machine. He's not a weapon. He's something else now. Later that night, while the others slept, Rika sat alone on a balcony, staring at the stars. Then, the air shimmered, a soft hum, and just like that, he was there, standing a few feet away. The man from the ghost ship. He didn't wear armor. No glow, just a plain black uniform, calm eyes and silence. Rika didn't move. You came back. He nodded once. I knew you were watching. I always am, he said softly. She stood up, trying to hide her fear and curiosity. Why now? You're searching for answers, he said. It's time to give them. Then tell me, she said. Who are you? He looked into the sky. I was born on Earth, a normal child. Until they found something ancient beneath the ice. They called it power. I called it the end of who I was. You merged with it, she whispered. He nodded. It didn't force me. I agreed, because I thought it would help. I thought I could stop wars, save lives. Did you? She asked. He was quiet. I stopped wars, but I didn't save lives. I ended them before they could begin. She stepped closer. But why live in the shadows? Why not come home? He looked down. Because I am not human anymore. Not fully. I see too much. I hear thoughts before they're spoken. I feel danger before it begins. Rika whispered, that sounds like a gift. It feels like a curse, he replied. They stood in silence. Do you still feel human? She asked. He paused. Sometimes. When I hear music, when I smell rain, when I remember my mother's voice. That's enough, she said gently. You're still one of us. He looked at her, eyes full of something ancient and something lost. No, I am what Earth made me to be. I protect from the outside. Because I no longer belong inside. Suddenly, a loud siren echoed through the mountains. Rika grabbed her. Come. Earth command to all bases. Unknown object entering atmosphere. Not human, not alien, unreadable energy. Prepare for contact. She looked at him, his eyes closed. I know what it is, he said. It's not a ship, it's a question. What do you mean? She asked. He turned. It's a test. One. Final test. Without another word, he vanished. Within minutes, the sky turned red. A large sphere entered the sky above Earth, burning, pulsing, growing. All sensors failed. All scans returned nothing. The world held its breath. And then, just as panic began to spread, the ghost ship appeared. One flash. One moment. The sphere stopped moving, and a message appeared across every screen. The human has passed. The balance is maintained. Then the sphere vanished. No damage. No war. Just silence. Rika stood alone on the mountain, eyes filled with tears. He wasn't fighting, she whispered. He was being judged. Down below, Dr. Mira read the data and finally understood. They weren't afraid of us, she said. They were afraid of what he might become. Later that night, a final message appeared. It came not from Earth, but from him. The man inside the ghost ship. I am still watching, still learning, still human. Enough. And with that, he was gone again. Not just a weapon, not just a ghost, but a reminder that sometimes the most dangerous thing in the universe is a human who chooses peace but is ready for war. In the silence after the last event, the universe held its breath. The mysterious sphere had disappeared. The ghost ship had spoken once again, and the human inside it had passed a test no one understood. But far away, deep in the dark corners of the galaxy, eyes were watching. In the Grand Council chamber of the Zorak Alliance, a group of powerful alien leaders stood around a glowing star map. Their voices were low, tense. "The human weapon grows stronger," one said. "He is not just a weapon," another replied. "He is becoming something more." A third alien hissed, "If he becomes a god, we are all finished." They stared at the hologram of Earth. "He defends it," the leader said. "But for how long? What happens when his definition of peace changes?" No one had an answer. Across the stars, in other empires, debates raged. Some feared the human, some admired him. A few wanted to worship him, but most wanted to stop him before it was too late. Back on Earth, the skies were clear. But beneath the surface, tensions were rising. In the secure command bunker, General Harris paced the room. The Global Defense Council had gathered in person for the first time in decades. "We have a problem," he said. "Not with him, but with how the universe now sees us." Dr. Mira Lane stood beside him. "They believe Earth has control over the ghost ship, that we created him, that we direct him. But we don't," the Japanese ambassador said sharply. "He doesn't follow our orders." "That makes us look even more dangerous," Mira said. "To them, we look like a planet hiding a god we can't control." Rika leaned forward. "So what do we do?" The room fell silent. Harris finally spoke. "We reach out to him." There were murmurs of disagreement. "He warned us before," someone said. "What if reaching out makes us a threat?" "We don't send weapons," Mira said. "We send one voice." Everyone turned to Rika. She looked nervous. "Me? You've met him," Harris said. "He listened to you." Rika nodded slowly. "I'll try." That night, she stood on a mountain peak, away from noise, away from screens. Just her, a transmitter, and the stars. She spoke clearly. "I know you're listening. You always are. We don't want to control you. We don't want to fear you. We just want to understand." There was silence. Then a whisper, "I understand." She turned. He was behind her, calm, still, and quiet as always. "You came," she said. He nodded. "I always do." She looked at him closely. "They think you're a god." "I'm not." "They think you're a threat." "I might be." "Are you still human?" she asked softly. He closed his eyes, "In some ways. But I'm something more now. Do you still feel anything?" He opened his eyes. "I feel peace when I see you speak without fear. When I see Earth try not to fight." Rika stepped closer. "Then help us. Speak for us. Show the universe you're not our weapon. You're our hope." He turned toward the sky. "They're already watching. The largest empires. The oldest species. Some fear me. Some want to destroy me. They're building something. Preparing something." Rika's voice dropped. "What are they building?" "A final test," he said. "For me, for Earth, for everything." Before she could speak, a flash appeared in the sky. Bright, blinding, terrifying. Above Earth, a massive structure appeared from folded space, a ring the size of a moon. Dark, glowing, covered in symbols no one could understand. All world radars activated at once. Panic spread in seconds. Back in the command center, Harris shouted, "What is that?" Dr. Mira stared at the screen. "It's not a weapon. It's a message." Rika's communicator buzzed. The signal came from the ring. "We are the observers. We have watched long enough. The balance is broken. The ghost must answer for his power, or Earth will be erased." Rika looked at the man beside her. "What do we do?" He stepped forward, his voice calm. I will go. You'll fight. Them? She asked. He shook his head. I will show them that I'm still human. He vanished in a blink. The ghost ship appeared again, just once, and entered the ring. No weapons fired. No battle began. Just silence. The world waited and watched. Then a second message came through. This one from him. I have spoken. I have shown them what I protect, what I remember, what I feel. Their answer will come soon. Back on Earth, every human stared at the sky, and the universe, for the first time in ages, stared back. The sky over Earth was filled with tension. The giant ring, the observer's arena, hung silently above the planet, glowing faintly. Every eye watched, waiting for the next move. In a hidden command center, General Harris paced nervously. This is it, he said. The final test. Dr. Mira Lane stood beside him, eyes fixed on the monitors. We don't know what they want exactly, but if they erase Earth, this is the end. Rika was quiet, clutching her headset. He went inside. The ring alone. The ghost ship. Suddenly, a calm voice filled the room through the communication system. This is the ghost, it said. I have accepted their challenge. The observer's ring shimmered and changed shape. Massive doors opened, revealing a vast glowing chamber inside. Inside the ghost ship, the man stood tall, facing a group of tall beings cloaked in light. Their faces were hidden, but their eyes burned like stars. The leader spoke, voice deep and cold. You claim to protect your world, but your power threatens the balance. You must prove your worth. The man nodded. I do not seek power. I seek peace. Peace? The leader sneered. Show us. A test began. Suddenly, the chamber changed. It became a battlefield, an endless void where illusions took form. Images of destruction, war, and loss filled the space. The man saw cities burning, people dying. His own memories twisted against him. You must face your fears, the leader said, and prove your heart is true. The man raised his hands. Light spread from his body, pushing back the darkness, but the illusions grew stronger. Voices whispered lies. You are a weapon. You kill without mercy. He gritted his teeth. I am more than a weapon. The battle was not just physical. It was inside his mind. At the command center on Earth, Rika held her breath. Can he win? Mira shook her head. It's not about winning. It's about choosing. Back in the chamber, the man fell to his knees. I have seen too much death, he said quietly, but I have also seen hope. Suddenly, the illusion stopped. The observer stepped forward. You have passed, the leader said. Not because you are perfect, but because you choose to be human. The ring around Earth pulsed once more, then slowly vanished. On Earth, the skies cleared. General Harris sighed. We're safe. For now, Rika smiled, tears in her eyes. He did it. He saved us. But somewhere far in space, the ghost ship sailed onward, silent and alone. He whispered, the test is over. But the journey continues. The universe seemed to breathe again. The great test was over. The observer's ring vanished, and Earth's skies cleared. But peace felt fragile, like the calm before a storm. In a quiet room beneath Earth Command, General Harris and Dr. Mira Lane stared at a glowing screen. It showed no signals from the ghost ship, no messages, only silence. Where is he now? Harris asked quietly. Mira shook her head. I don't know. But I think it's time we learn the full truth. Suddenly, the screen flickered. A message appeared, not from Earth, not from any known alien race, but from the ghost ship itself. I will tell you everything. A hush fell over the room. Rika, who had watched this journey from the start, leaned forward. We're ready. The message turned into a live transmission. The ghost ship's interior glowed softly. The man appeared, calm, tired, and human. He began. You know me as the ghost, But I was once called many names: soldier, weapon, protector, but none of those. Tell the whole story. He paused, then continued. Long ago, deep beneath Earth's ice, a discovery was made. Not of alien tech, but something older, a force older than stars. Mira gasped softly. The ancient power. Yes, he said. It was a consciousness. A mind without body. It saw the universe differently, not as chaos, but as balance. The man's eyes glowed faintly. When I merged with it, I gained power beyond understanding. But I also gained its purpose, to keep balance. Balance? Harris asked. Peace is fragile, the ghost said. And sometimes to keep peace, I must become the judge. Rika frowned. So you decide who lives or dies? Not I alone, he replied. The Force guides me. It teaches me when to act and when to wait, when to protect and when to destroy. Is that why you stopped the Krovar fleet? Mira asked. He nodded. They threatened the balance. But I did not destroy all. Mercy is part of balance. The room was silent. The truth was heavier than anyone expected. Then he said, I am not just human. Not just machine. I am a new form. A guardian chosen by something beyond us. Rika's voice trembled. What will happen now? The man smiled softly. The universe will watch. I will watch. And Earth must be ready. Ready for what? Harris asked. For the next challenge, he said. The balance will always be tested. But now you know the truth. Suddenly, the transmission ended. The room stayed quiet. Then Mira whispered. He gave us a choice, to fear him or to trust him. Harris nodded. We have to choose wisely, because the future depends on it. Outside, the stars shone bright. The ghost ship was gone, but its watch had just begun, and the universe waited.